Picture this. You've done everything right. Every month, without fail, you move money from your checking account into your savings account. You watch the number grow. 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. You feel that quiet, steady sense of relief that comes from knowing you have a cushion. You're not the person who lives paycheck to paycheck. You're responsible. You're careful. You're winning, except you're not. And this is the part almost nobody tells you. While that number in your savings account has been climbing, something else has been happening in the background. Quietly, invisibly. The cost of everything you'll eventually spend that money on has been climbing too, and in many cases has been climbing faster than your savings ever could. That $10,000 you're so proud of doesn't buy what $10,000 used to buy. It buys less. Every single year, it buys a little less. So here's the question that should be sitting with you right now. If you're doing the responsible thing and your money is still losing ground, what does that actually mean? Does it mean you're bad with money? No. It means you were taught the wrong job for your money to do. And that's what this video is about. Not to scare you, not to shame you, just to walk you through the math that most people never sit down and actually look at. If that sounds useful, consider subscribing, because we break down exactly this kind of thing every week. Now, let's get into it. Here's the one sentence that explains almost everything. Saving protects your money. Investing grows it. And those are two completely different jobs. A savings account is a security guard. Its entire purpose is to stand at the door and make sure nothing gets in and nothing gets taken. It is not designed to make you richer. It was never designed to make you richer. It was designed to keep what you already have safe, accessible, and stable. Investing, on the other hand, is not a guard. It's an engine. Its job isn't to protect. Its job is to build. And when you ask a security guard to do an engine's job, you shouldn't be surprised when nothing gets built. Let's make this concrete. Because vague ideas about inflation don't change behavior. Real numbers do. Let's say you save $100 a month. Simple, round number, easy to picture. You put it into a typical savings account, the kind most people use, earning somewhere around 0.5% a year. After 10 years of doing this faithfully, never missing a month, you'd have put in $12,000 of your own money. Your balance, after that small trickle of interest, would sit at somewhere around $12,300. So, for a decade of discipline, the bank has handed you back roughly $300. That's it. That's the reward for 10 years of consistency. Now take that same $100 a month, and instead of parking it in a savings account, you put it into a diversified investment account, growing at a historical long-term average of around 7% a year, which is roughly what a broad stock market index has returned over long stretches of time, though of course that number moves up and down year to year and isn't guaranteed. After 10 years, you would have contributed that same $12,000. But your balance wouldn't be $12,300. It would be closer to $17,000. Now stretch that same habit out to 20 years. The saver is sitting around $25,000. The investor is sitting around $52,000. Same discipline, same $100 a month, more than double the outcome. And here's the part that should really sit with you. That gap isn't linear. It doesn't grow at a steady pace. It curves, it accelerates. In the first few years, the difference between saving and investing looks almost embarrassingly small. You'd barely notice it. But time is the ingredient that makes compounding work, and most people quit or never start precisely during the years when the gap looks too small to matter. The truth is, the gap was never small. It was just early. So here's the psychological truth hiding underneath all that math. Saving feels safe because you can see the number and it never goes down. Investing feels risky because you can see the number and sometimes it does go down. But feeling safe and being safe are not the same thing. A number that never drops but also never keeps pace with rising costs isn't actually safe. It's just slow-motion loss that doesn't feel like loss because nothing dramatic ever happens. That's the trap. There's no single scary moment to point to. It just quietly erodes year after year while you feel fine. Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. But what if I invest and the market drops? What if I need that money and it's not there? That is a completely fair question, and honestly, it's the right question to ask. Anyone telling you investing has no risk is not being honest with you. So let's actually address it, instead of glossing over it. The reason this fear exists is that most people mix up two things that should never be mixed: money you might need soon, and money you won't need for years. And that is exactly why this isn't an all-or-nothing decision. It's a staged one. Let me walk you through it in order. Step 1. Build a small starter cushion first, enough to cover an unexpected car repair or a month of essential bills, sitting in a normal savings account completely untouched. This isn't your wealth-building money. This is your life happens money, and it's supposed to stay boring. Step 2. Once that cushion exists, shift your focus. Any new money beyond that point stops going exclusively into savings. It starts flowing, even in small amounts, into a long-term investment account. This doesn't require picking individual stocks or timing anything perfectly. In many cases, people start with a simple, broad, diversified fund and let time do the heavy lifting. Step 3. Automate it. The number one reason people fail here isn't bad investment choices. It's inconsistency. Set up an automatic transfer the same way you'd set up a bill payment. Remove the decision. Remove the willpower requirement entirely. Step 4. Ignore short-term drops. This is a step almost nobody talks about, honestly. The market will fall. It has fallen before, repeatedly, throughout history, and it has also recovered and grown beyond its previous highs, though naturally past patterns don't guarantee future results. Your job during a downturn isn't to panic. It's to do nothing, and let the strategy you already built keep running underneath you. Step 5. Increase the amount slowly over time as your income grows without increasing your lifestyle at the same pace. Even small increases compound the same way that early $100 habit did. None of these steps require timing the market. None of them require becoming a finance expert. They just require sequence and consistency. Let me give you a picture that has nothing to do with money, because sometimes the clearest way to understand a financial concept is to step outside of finance entirely. Imagine two people, each given a jar of seeds. The first person takes their seeds and locks them in a small metal box buried in the backyard. Every year, they dig it up, count the seeds, and confirm none are missing. The seeds are completely safe, untouched, protected, but they are also exactly the same number of seeds as the day they were buried. Nothing has changed. The second person takes their seeds and plants them. For the first year or two, honestly, it looks unimpressive. Some seeds don't sprout. There's dirt, there's waiting, there's nothing exciting to look at. But by year 5, there's a small garden. By year 10, there's an orchard. The seeds didn't just stay safe, they multiplied. Because they were given the one thing seeds actually need to grow, which is time exposed to the right conditions, not protection from every possible risk. Your money works the same way. A savings account is the metal box. It keeps your seeds safe from theft, but safe from theft was never the goal. The goal was always growth, and growth requires letting your money actually be planted somewhere, instead of being buried where nothing can touch it, including opportunity. So let's bring this all the way back together. Saving and investing are not competitors. They're not even doing the same job. Saving is your security system, a small, stable cushion for the unexpected. Investing is your growth engine, the thing that actually builds wealth over time because it's exposed to the market instead of hidden from it. The mistake most people make isn't saving. It's stopping there. It's treating the security guard like it should also be the engine, and then feeling confused when years go by and nothing seems to change. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember the 5 steps. Build a small starter cushion. Once it exists, redirect new money toward long-term investing. Automate the contribution so it doesn't depend on motivation. Ignore short-term drops instead of reacting to them. and increase your contribution slowly as your income grows. Here's the philosophical truth underneath all of it. Security and freedom are not the same thing, even though they feel similar on the surface. Security is about protecting what you already have. Freedom is about becoming someone who has more options than you started with. A savings account can give you security, but only growth, sustained over years, can give you freedom. And most people spend their entire lives optimizing for the first one, without realizing the second one was always available to them too. So here's what I want to know. Right now, are you still in the metal box stage where everything is saved and nothing is planted? Or have you already started your garden, even if it's small? Tell me honestly in the comments, box or garden. I read every single one, and I'll see you in the next video.